SLR Film Noob.
Just to give you an idea of what I use for lighting for these tutorial videos, I've got two 150 watt equivalent CFLs in front of me. I've got a 75 watt right here, and I've got a 75 watt halo behind me. Then on top of that, I've got these Christmas lights behind me to give me that ambiance, indie-esque kind of cool, soft out of focus thing that kind of, you know, makes it a little bit more interesting than just staring at my ugly mug. Let's take a quick second and talk about lighting. This monster right here is a compact fluorescent light bulb. This guy puts out the equivalent of a 300 watt light bulb and uses about 80 watts. The other nice thing about it is that it has a white balance rating of 5500K, so you know exactly what to set your white balance to on the camera. The other great thing about this guy is that it doesn't get very warm, and it only uses 80 watts, so you can put this in many of the sockets around your house if you don't have proper lighting rigs. For about $100 you can buy two of these light stand setups. It comes with 4 of these compact fluorescent bulbs, 2 of these doubles, and a nice stand. On top of that you get 2 umbrellas. It's a pretty good deal, and it puts out about 1200 watts of light, so that'll cover pretty much an entire scene. So let's see what that giant light bulb setup looks like in practice. So this is an example of these lights in action. I've got the T2i set up with the proper white balance for these particular lights right here. And I'm in my, you know, romping, making love area right here on my colorful bed. Yeah, anyway, this will give you an idea of what these lights look like if they're all on. Now let's kind of stagger them a little bit and just turn 2 on, 1 on each of these umbrellas. Alright, so now I've only got 1 of these lights on at each of the lamps for an equivalent of about 600 watts. I've got the camera set up at ISO 200, f1.8, and a 60th of a second. So that gives you an idea of what kind of lighting you actually need for filming with a DSLR. You don't need a whole lot of light in order to accomplish a well-lit scene like this right here. And you know, if I was going to lay down and do some pretty sweet stuff, this would be a great way to light my love. For a $100 lighting setup, this is pretty useful, and I can always find places to use lighting. This isn't the same color temperature as some of my other CFLs, so I don't use them together. But when I need to light a scene or fill it up, these work great because they put out a lot of light and it spreads out very well, so it just fills up pretty much the entire area, making it very handy for filming. So for around $100, this lighting setup behind me is pretty handy. You get 2 stands, 4 compact fluorescent light bulbs, and 2 umbrellas. Puts out a lot of fill light, and it's pretty affordable. This is a good starter setup. On top of that, compact fluorescents don't get nearly as hot as some of the other lighting options, so you can handle these and move them around quite a bit without having to worry about burning yourself or damaging the light fixtures. If these lights look like something you might be interested in, I'll have information on where you can pick them up in the crotch bar below. Also have a full write-up over at DSLRfilmnoob.com covering everything that comes with these lights, including associated cases and hardware and so on, so you can get an idea of what these look like, the quality and the build and everything else, and decide if they work best for your project. As always, thanks for watching. And if you like this content, please subscribe.